course, we're going to timestamp it February 25th, 2026, approximately 8:10 a.m. on that eastern side. We done flipped them poles, so it might be western. But then again, y'all know I don't know, but I know one damn thing. On that birth certificate, or what they would call the certificate of live birth, they put our names in all caps. So that means they were standing on business when they named us. So we about to stand on business. I am Damika. It's time for hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards, our portals to truth. So we about to open up some portals and reveal some truths. Welcome to the frequencies, babies. All right, so welcome back and welcome to the frequency. Uh, yeah, we made it past 500 subscribers and the views are amazing. So although folks ain't subscribing, they viewing. You dig what I'm saying? So thank you. 1,000, here we come. So we're gonna go ahead and step into. We're going to go ahead and step into this general collective reading. All signs are welcome here. We're not going to do an astrology zodiac reading right now, but we will tap into a general tarot reading. Dang. So let's, thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Let's welcome in these energies here because I can feel a lot of anxiety going around. So is your personal goals being compromised? Is the name and the title of the transmission here. And it's a general collective message, general collective reading here. So thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you to all the energies that are around me, surround me, inside of me, outside of me. Just thank you. We are at work continuously. So let's continue to reveal these truths. Let's continue to remain protected and protect one another. And yeah, let's continue to have fun with it, right? Thank you so much, Divine and Spirit. Thank you to the general collectives. And let's see what's going on, right? Is our personal goals being compromised? And if so, by who and why? I'm going to get me a damn bill. I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to get me a bill. Right now, I'm sharing the TV with my son. I don't feel like carrying that motherfucker back down here. So, all right, motherfuckers. All right, so thank you. We're going to go ahead into the tarot portion of this. We're going to pull out 13 portals. Once we pull out the 13 portals, we are then going to broaden the message here and see what's going on. Is our personal goals being compromised? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. All right, here we go, y'all. 13 of them. All right, I got you. I saw you. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. I see that. Let's take what we got so far. All right, coming out first up is the Two of Swords. It's going to come out first. So the Two of Swords is talking about our personal goals might be being compromised because we might be stuck between two equally different choices. And it's very difficult choices, right? Some of us might be in a stalemate here. We're avoiding decisions and we might be seeking peace through denial. So the second portal is talking about our personal goals might be being compromised because we are the most influential, right? We are creativity, emotion, unconscious, and we're able to restrain our emotions, and we're fully in charge of impulses and feelings. We can balance between intellect and emotions, relationships and feelings here. We're very calming and compassionate. For some of us, our personal goals might be being compromised, because there's no time to socialize or go out with friends and family. There's gossip and scandal present, hidden envy, third party hindering the relationship, overspending, a chaotic office. Something's putting in the effort to make sure the friendship is not connected, okay? A third party is involved here again. And you might be too busy for work, school, and socializing here. It's causing y'all to lose touch. For some of us, our personal goals might be being compromised because the towers have been completely destroyed here. So because your towers are destroyed, that means your old ways have collapsed, okay? There's no more destruction, no more chaos, and you're making way for your new life with this towers being completely destroyed. So that's another way that that some of us, our personal goals may be being compromised, with the good old deception and shit like that. So the Three of Swords is coming reversed. Okay, so for some, your personal goals might be being compromised because you're still recovering from facing a breakup or a moment of grief. Your emotions have not completely calmed, making it difficult to move on. You're looking forward to the joys of life here, okay? So don't focus too much on what happened. It delays your recovery process, right? So it might be grief around finances, building savings, it's time to put the conflicts behind, renew your emotions and gather courage, okay? And also forgive one another, whatever's going on. So the Seven of Wands is coming reverse here. For some, the the personal goals might be becoming compromised because you're feeling overwhelmed by all the responsibilities and challenges you are facing. Your unclear vision is unable to see the full picture, okay? So you need to complete. Oh, you have a need to compete and compare? Yeah, you could, beloved, you're going to compromise yourself. That's how you, yeah, that's the top way your personal goals can be compromised here. So there's feelings of being criticized and judged here. Loss of savings, you're avoiding conflict and backing away, and denial of love, and there's a failure to hold your ground. All right, for the Nine of Wands coming reversed here, and y'all know I read all them comments at the end. Welcome to the frequency, y'all. With the Nine of Wands coming reversed here, some of us, the personal goals might be being compromised because you're not a risk taker due to fear, right? You might have an unstable mind and action. Your relationships are one-sided and they're failing. You're drained and fatigued at work. You're avoiding financial pressures. You have self-created these restrictions. You fear of lack of resources. You're mistrustful with boundaries between yourself and others. And you'd rather stick with long-term commitments here. And then the Ten of Pentacles is coming reverse for portal number 8 as to why someone's personal goals might be being compromised because you have an unstable foundation. There's family conflicts there. There's a loss of inheritance, financial disputes, and you're questioning tradition. So we need 13. So we need 5 more. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Let me move this on over. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm trying to stay with my legs like this, crossed up as long as possible, and then stretch each leg out at one time at a time, and still work on my lower back while I'm doing these readings here. So yeah, welcome to the frequency. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We need 5 more. Oh, I put it back. One of them stayed. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, and they probably needed to come out. Spirit and Divine gonna pull, what I say? They're gonna pull something back. Oh, hold up. We got our 5. Thank y'all. All right, thank you, Tarot. We're gonna go ahead and put y'all back on up. Thank you so much, Tarot. Okay, so the next portal is the 7 of Cups that's coming out here. So for some, your personal goals might be being compromised because of your choices. You've been fantasizing and you've been sitting in an illusion, all right? You have many options, but you're lacking clarity. You're getting lost in daydreams and you're facing tempting but unrealistic possibilities, okay? That's portal 9 too. That's portal 9. Number 10, the 5 of Cups is out here. There's the sirens. The 5 of Cups is out here. So for some, your personal goals might be being compromised because you're looking at the positive side, okay? You're accepting and you're moving on. You're finding peace. You're beginning to recover grief. So that means deception is going to try to come on and try to sneak their way in to try to compromise your personal goals here, okay? But you're learning from the negative experiences. And that's the 5 of Cups reversed, excuse me. So then the Hierophant is coming reversed. And for some, your personal goals may be being compromised because you're restricted and constrained. You are at a loss of control and flexibility. There's a confined workspace here. You're evaluating what's good for you and what's not. There's peer pressure. You're trying to align the values and you're taking risks here. You're defying the social ties and norms. You're questioning tradition. And there's a strong will to break free from the shackles here. The next one here is the Hermit, portal 12. So for some, your personal goals might be compromised because you're a seeker of knowledge that comes from within. You're a lonely wanderer in the path of the night. You search for what can be gained with long periods of solitude. You declutter. You're reflecting. You're a mentor. You disconnect from crowds as they are threats to your own desires. You walk through the dark night of the soul, guided by low light of northern star. You a bad motherfucker. Damn, that's one bad motherfucker right there. And the 5 of Wands is coming reversed here for the 13th portal. So for some, your personal goals might be being compromised because you're avoiding necessary conflicts, all right? This conflict is, it's like conflict avoidance, but you want resolution, you want a truce, and you're trying to find harmony after a disagreement here, and you want the end of a power struggle, but then again, it's like you're avoiding the necessary conflict, right? All right, so we got our 13 portals out here. Of course, I'm going to flip the camera so that way you all can have your own point of view and see how we're going to do it. And then don't forget, tomorrow we're entering the Mercury retrograde. Yep. So let's see. And this is the first one for the year, starting February 26th through March 20th. Gemini, Leo, Virgo, or Pisces, you will get hit the heaviest, okay? Aurora, I'm a July one. Okay, so during that time, focus on your boundaries, focus on boundaries, potential deceptions in areas where all your personal goals might be being compromised. So now you see where I got the title from? It's going to be physically intense. You're going to get headaches, right? You're going to be sleepy. You're going to be feeling tired. But your dreams are going to be turned into reality. Okay? You're ascending. That's all. You're ascending. All right. So here's the 13. Here's the 13 portals that we pulled out here. And yes, I'm my own camera woman. In the beginning of the story, right? And for some of us, we were being stuck between two equally different choices. And remember, with this whole storyline, this is one story within itself. You're going to take out certain pieces for yourself and add it to you, and you're going to leave the rest if it does not apply to you. Okay? So in the beginning of this whole story, right? They were being stuck between two equally different choices, right? Difficult choices, a stalemate, avoiding decisions, trying to seek peace through denial, right? Avoidance. In the middle of the story, we got they're feeling overwhelmed by all the responsibilities and challenges that they're facing. They're avoiding conflict and backing away. They're in denial, especially around love. There's a failure to hold their ground. They have lost a lot, especially savings. Their unclear vision, right? They have unclear vision, so they're unable to see the full picture. They need to compete and compare. Now there's a feeling of being criticized and judged. They weren't a risk taker due to the fear. It led to an unstable mind and actions. The relationship is very one-sided. It's failing, drained, and fatigued at work. Now they're avoiding financial pressures, right? They'd rather stick with long-term commitments, but they are dealing with mistrustful boundaries, right, between themselves and others. Now they fear lack of resources because they created these restrictions. In the end, they still trying to avoid the necessary conflicts that they have to face. They want resolution. They want truth. They want to find harmony after the disagreement, but they don't want to face the disagreement to have the end of a power struggle, right? So now we're going to tap into this storyline right here. And again, of course, you're going to take out certain pieces for your own life, right? But don't take all of it. All of it. All of it's not meant for you, beloved. Leave the rest out here. That's how we get sick. That's how I've been there. That's how we get sick. I'm telling you. Don't do that. All right, so we're looking for major arcanas first. And I only see 3. So I see the towers out here, the tower out here, and it's completely destroyed. I see 10 of Pentacles reversed. That's 5 family conflicts, unstable foundation. I'm looking at the Hierophant reversed, and I'm also looking at the Hermit here, okay? All right, so that's the ones we're going to pull on because I also got to go. Y'all know me. I stay running out of time, but I have all the time in the world. But I'm going to have to pick up baby girl who was late to work this rising. She was. And the reason why I called her stank, because she don't stank, but her attitude be stank. Motherfucker, if you know you got to get up, make sure your phone is charged. You ain't playing on that goddamn PS5 all night. You get some rest and you can wake your ass up. All right. That's if she come on and want to jump in and shit. Catch the video later on down the road. You know, your children don't be believing in your dreams until the shit come true. All right. So you got towers that are completely destroyed. Okay. So that's no more destruction, no more chaos. The old ways have collapsed and you're making way for your new life. I'm looking at North and North Pole. Okay, the old ways have collapsed here. I'm looking at a bank and a bank robber too. Word on the street is all the cartels own the banks. I'm just saying. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Old ways are collapsed. Ashe. That was a good knock right there. Towers are complete. Thank you. Towers are completely destroyed. We're only going to take 4 for each of them. I saw it. Another one try to come out, try to go back in. This is the last of the Oracle deck. We're going to have to shuffle up. I got over 5,000 cards over there. Well over 5,000 over there. So, yeah. I'm going to have fun shuffling them up and creating more decks. Okay, so they are in deep anguish and despair. Misery is here. So the bank robber, those up north and those in the North Pole, if you want to look at it that way. But the towers are completely destroyed here. The old ways are collapsed. There's no more destruction and chaos, so make way for the new life. What's that say? Blasphemy energy. Yeah, they had blasphemy energy. They didn't believe in you, right? They believed in their God. Their God. Pride, their God. Anger, their God. Greed, their God. Envy, their God. Lust, their God. Gluttony and sloth. They believed in them, right? Right. I got these 6 names coming up who could have destroyed the towers, or they still trying to put up towers here, right? So I'm looking at Yule, Renice, Kayla, Teresa, Tarina, and Trina, okay? So your personal goals might be being compromised. Don't forget that. There's an Amber Alert. An Amber Alert. An Amber Alert. Damn. Couldn't get it out. There's an Amber Alert. All right, we're going to move on to the 10 of Pentacles coming reversed here. The finances, the wealth, the prosperity, the health here, right? God damn it, I'm going to try to stay in this goddamn pose. And I'm your heart and KO, bitch. Damn. Financial disputes, loss of inheritance, questioning tradition, unstable foundation. Let it burn. God damn. It's good, though. Ashe. All right, I'm looking at bounce and bounce back. So somebody trying to bounce and somebody trying to bounce back. But they got the snake of a skin. Y'all know we're going to pull the family deck next. Because this is family conflicts and shit. So we guys pull out the family. Can you trust them deck? Aha. So somebody trying to bounce and somebody trying to bounce back from this family conflict here. Like, you got family members that's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. But you got family members that's trying to bounce back off some damn what? All right, let's find out. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Bounce back. So maybe they fell off. Maybe we all do it. You got some families here from this over the money. I see these here. I'm taking them. Okay, somebody screaming out, I don't belong here. So somebody trying to bounce. They like, I ain't even part of this shit. I don't belong here. The fuck? I know that's right. I don't blame you. The fuck? And then we got, cuz they got skin. They snakes. Yeah. Shedding their goddamn skin. They trying to visit you in your dreams to attack you. Now they live in poverty. This was all over the Pentacles, right? The inheritance and shit. Oh yeah. Financial and shit. Modern age of science purposefully hid the knowledge of crystals and stones for centuries. Yeah, they did. They know how powerful they are. They put them in all their machines and shit. For their little energy harvesting bullshit they do. They was able to do. They're not able to do it no more. So they fucking fucked up and shit. So we got the Hierophant is coming reverse. Yep, I got to stretch this leg out now. Y'all motherfucker getting numb. Shit. All right, the Hierophant coming reversed here. So remember, this energy is feeling restricted and constrained. Right? And fuck y'all. I got to open both of these bitches. And no, I don't stink. I don't play that stank shit. There's a loss of control and flexibility, a strong will to break free from the shackles. They're defying social ties and norms. They're questioning tradition. They're taking risks. They're trying to align their values, right? Because there's a confined workspace. That's why they feel restricted and constrained. They're evaluating what's good for you and what's not. They're under peer pressure. Oh, I'm looking at tape in a tape recorder. I'm looking at tape in a tape recorder and something about a parade and a parade float. Ooh, Divine Spirit and Hierophant reverse. What the fuck going on? Ashe. So why is our personal goals being might be compromised? I see this one too. Thank you. Tape recorder in a tape. What's this? Thank you. Thank you. Talking about a parade. Yeah, whatever they had on a tape recorder or the tape, they celebrated it, right? Like a parade, made a parade float out of it, right? I don't know if y'all I pay attention, but I don't pay attention. But I don't know if y'all familiar with the young boy named Kai Sanat, right? Right? And he was a streamer that was on streaming and doing that streaming shit that they do. He had all kinds of goddamn A-list, B-list, C-list celebrities on his shit, okay? And basically he cut his locks off and he looked like, you know, Skitty, but with the D. And so now he's into the fashion world. Right, and the reason why I'm bringing this up here is because when he met Caden Fifth, right? I don't say their names no more, right? But when he met Till Fifth's son, Caden, okay? Caden was like, okay? And I think he was mocking how Ty Connect sounded on the tape when he was being actually amused. Okay, I hate saying it like this, but these bitches, they get to say it the fuck they want to say it in their movies, the TVs, the news, all that shit. The moment somebody's saying it with the truth, then we can't say it. They're gonna block you. They're gonna ban your fucking channel or some shit like that. You can't ban this motherfucking channel, bitch. I am a channeler. I channeled you. Who is that? And back to this. Come here, bring your ass here. So, yeah, and that's why I said that, because they paraded it around. Whatever happened, right? God damn. The first one is there's a much larger web of power that they have to realize here. And see, this Hierophant that's reversed here, it's feeling restricted and constrained because of a confined workspace. They're evaluating what's good for you and what's not. So, like I said, motherfucker, fuck that. We undercover agents and shit. So you got some of us that's, I told you we done took 3D form. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We done took 3D form. You understand what I'm saying? Again, but this is the real shit right here, right now. And we've taken form in all kinds of lives here. So with this Hierophant coming reverse, I'm really feeling like, and then it's like they're telling you that you are the much larger web of power. We're finding all this shit out to get for you, right? What's good for you and what's not. We're evaluating that shit, right? Because you have the strong will to break free from the shackles, all right? You're taking risks. You're aligning the values here. They helped with your kidnapping. Can we say that on here, YouTube? They use your platform to do it. I'd be so confused to the algorithm of YouTube. Fix it. Because whatever's going on with this Hierophant reverse, remember the Hierophant reverse is saying I'm evaluating what's good for you and what's not. They're coming out with information. They help, and we're gonna pull the fucking family out. Once again, the family gotta bring their stank asses right back out. And that was heavy yesterday. That's probably why I took it that long ass goddamn rest. The Moroc's Archon is coming out here. So this is the God of Contracts. God damn. They consider this one the oldest and most powerful archon, right? The free will, the trickery, steeped in history, power, and insult. God damn. And symbolic dreams. Pay attention to your dreams here. Pay attention to the symbology within your dreams here. They convey spiritual messages. They are a guidance for personal growth, right? Some people fear them, okay, because you don't understand them. But again, they could have been trying to attack you within your dreams, trying to stop you from having dreams at that, right? Symbolic dreams, they make you responsible. You may see some divine figures that may look scary to you, okay? Because of how we've been taught to look at shit. All right, now we're moving on to the Hermit. We're at 2443. Oh, let me put you here, baby. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. What's going on with this Hermit? The Hermit is the seeker of knowledge that comes from within. The Hermit is decluttering. They're disconnected from crowds as they are threats to one's own desires, right? They walk through the dark night of the soul guided by low light of the northern star, right? They are mentors. They search for what can be gained with long periods of solitude. They are the lonely wanderer in the path of the night. That's a bad mother. I'm telling you. I'm looking at a motherfucking ninja. The silent ninja. Play with who? Something about a tiger and a tiger cub. Now, I'm a lion. Arar. I'm a lioness, right? But, you know, the tiger is more powerful than a lion. I'm just saying. Then you got a tiger cub out here. So the gang's all here. Right? That motherfucker is a silent ninja. You heard that? The lonely wanderer in the path of the night here. Searching for what can be gained with long periods of solitude. I'm trying to tell you, you don't fuck with nobody like this. They disconnected from the crowds for a reason. Ashe. Silent ninja came out this bitch. I know that's right. What's that? Damn, ma. All that just fell on Seven of Cups. The illusions, the fantasy, the choices. Facing tempted but unrealistic possibilities. So I think that this silent ninja is telling us that the choices they've made was based around what we're about to find out. They had many options, but they were lacking clarity. They was getting lost in the daydreams. They was facing tempted but unrealistic possibilities. We're about to find out. All this just shot out here. So this is over land. This is over land. Land represents a deep connection with one's ancestry and inheritance, nurturing force, source of life renewal, beyond physical, sign of abundance, balance, harmony, motherhood. And you have to realize that just because your personal goals might be compromised here. What's this? Yeah. Natural disasters are here, right? Divine guidance, transformation, awakening call, a reminder to live in alignment with your true purpose. Now, remember we talked about them crystals there, that they knew about the ancient secrets and how much energy the crystals hold. Well, here's a rose quartz and a ruby or a garnet. If you put these two together, they're excellent for relationships. You can lose yourself in love now. Be careful. Keep yourself grounded. Right? It supports any and all kinds of love. These bitches out here, the ones that do that mirror mat desire and goddamn love spells and all that shit, this the type of shit that they be using. That's why they say be careful. Right? Because you can lose yourself in love, being delusional. Right? Because it was a fantasy. Exactly. That's why it fell on the Seven of Cups. That's why this is coming out in that fucking pile. Thank you, Hierophant. That's in the verse. Yeah, them bitches was. Yes, they was. The men and women doing love spells because they knew it was excellent for relations here. They know the vibrations that the energy and the vibrations that the crystals have. And these motherfuckers wearing them like jewelry and shit. Right? And you got a lot of witches and warlocks that know when they have these crystals and and all that shit within the energy that they hold, they was able to manipulate the energy. They didn't keep themselves grounded. They got love and support from all kinds of motherfuckers because they was under a spell. Spell broken, bitch. Yeah. Yeah. This fell on illusions here because all lakes are man-made. Yeah, don't get lost in daydreaming. This is reality. All lakes are man-made. What the fuck is under the lakes? You're not a coward, right? You're not stuck in a fantasy. You're not stuck in illusions. You're not a coward. They are. Yeah, because you have confidence and you believe in the method that you're using. You're doing amazing, beloved. Yeah. 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 Now they in poverty. Now they in poverty here, right? They wanted to be greedy. Now they in poverty. Lost some money due to karma. Insufficiency and a need for divine guidance and diligence. Yes. Humility depending on God's grace. They need to read Matthew 5:3 since they always want to throw the goddamn Bible out there. Because they need salvation, goddammit. many options but lacking clarity. Yeah, because they third eye fucked up. That's why they lack clarity. Ajna. What that mean? Ajna. What that mean, y'all? Ajna. A-J-N-A. Oh, that might mean the name of the third eye. Ajna. Oh, that's cute. The invisible eye, located in the forehead, okay? Right. I'm starting to get like a little dot right here. Okay? Perception beyond ordinary sight. It can navigate, you're able to navigate through portals with your third eye. That's why I say tap on it and keep it wide open at all times. Yeah, these motherfuckers living in an illusion. They educated, but they broke. Spiritually. And don't think about money here. Right? Money is, look, the energy of money is not what most of y'all think. You dig what I'm saying? She is powerful as fuck. And they used her energy. It's time to be respectful, right? Be respectful. Be respectful, but command your demand now. Right? When you pray, you speak to your energies and your spirits or whatever you call your higher beings, right? When you pray to them, you should not be submissive, please, and on your knees. And no, you have to command your demand, right? You have to. You cannot sit there. I used to do that shit. Why the fuck this ain't work? I thought you loved me, nigga. Jesus, where are you? No, they don't like that shit. They don't like that shit at all. I'm gonna get some bananas. So that way when I do my readings and I say they don't like that shit, and I'm gonna give me a pair of glasses to put right here. If you know, you know. I don't like that shit. Okay, babies. So let's go ahead and read over these comments. And I'm gonna come back on later with another transmission with the family. Can you fucking trust them? Damn, can you though? Can you? These motherfuckers here be real quick. Since we asking, can you trust motherfucking family? So transmission part 2 is going to be the family. Can you trust them deck? But before we get there, we gonna ask divine and spirit. Can we trust these motherfuckers? I'm looking at summer and summer vacation and something about a queen and a queen bee. Can we trust these motherfucking family members? Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. I say, can we trust them? Can we trust them? Now, 3 of them came down. This was on the top, okay? 3 of them came down. I'm going to give y'all the benefit of the doubt. This one was the next one, right? This one was the next one. This one was the next one. It said, hell yes. So some of y'all got some good-ass family members out there, right? But I promise y'all the first one that flipped out was this one. All right? And then hell yes came out, okay? And then the third one is saying, damn, yes, this energy is a lost soul. You dig what I'm saying? So, yeah, them family members, that's why their energy be redirected. Bring that ass here. That's why I named this tarot Lost Souls Tarot. Nigga, bring that ass here. I'm gonna whoop y'all ass. Something about a summer vacation in the summer. And the queen and the queen bee came out. So this gonna go with the family. Can you trust them deck when we pull them out? Let's go ahead and read over y'all comments. Oh, shit. I keep forgetting. Of course, we gonna pray, but let's pull out one of these prayer cards real quick. Always remember, you're observing, not reacting. They want you to react. Just go write that shit down. I'm looking at Psalms 32:8 here. If I see any words that say Lord and shit like that, I ain't gonna say them. So if you want to read it the way you want to read it, beloved, go ahead. Psalms 32:8. Okay, I decode shit. All right, so I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you and watch over you. And that's coming from divine and spirit, straight up. Divine and spirit will always instruct you and teach you in the way that you should go, right? They're going to instruct you and teach you in the way that you should go. Because at the end of the day, you are your own God. You are your own generator, operator, and destroyer. That's it. That's all. right? So let's go back. In the way that you should go, I will counsel you and watch over you, right? But I will not take the steps for you, right? I will not take the actions for you, right? I will guide you. That's what divine and spirit is saying. All right. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and read over these comments and pray. Most importantly, let's pray. This will be the prayer too. So whatever you do when you pray, say your prayer 3 times, 6 times, or 9 times in order to make your prayer come alive. And so this is prayer number 2. Y'all know I love y'all, right? Y'all. We're going to read these comments and close out the portals with prayer here while y'all look over everything here. So always loving. Oh, and yes, I have my and don't talk about my goddamn feet unless you're gonna get them done. I have my white candle lit. This is the only candle that I have lit. This one candle. The rest is like LED, LED. It's very important, y'all. All right, so always loving 7. What up, baby? Much love sent to you too. Catlin Graham said yes. Nina, early production said Ashe. Catlin Graham said this: I hardly have dreams. And recently, they covered my mouth. Funky bitches. We gonna fuck their ass up, Catlin. Don't worry about that shit. Christina Golbin said gang stalking. Catlin said the following: yes. Laugh out loud. Lakeisha, what up, baby? Lakeisha Evans, 999, back in the building, said, this is unbelievable. Raiders kicked in the corner store door. And Chosen One Light said hi. All right, y'all, let's pray. We rebuke all spells, all rituals, and all castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, on all planes, on all dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that we are connected to, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, all are protected. All is transmuted into whatever the fuck was sent to us, and then is sent back to its source. And because we are already free, any agreements and any contracts that we may have agreed to while we was being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are all cut. They are all ended on all timelines, on all planes, on all dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. I am sovereign. You are sovereign. We are sovereign. It is done because we've already won. It is done because we've already won. It is done because we've already won. And so it is. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all say y'all prayer and y'all increments, right? Repetitions of 3, 6, or 9 in order to make that motherfucker come alive. Much peace. And I'm going to keep saying this shit. Stop taking our pictures like this, right? Don't do that no more. Or do. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, right? I can't be doing that either. I don't have control over you. What I'm suggesting is don't do that shit. Do it like this. Keep the peace in, right? Keep the positive energy in so you can attract. The negative energy is going to come to you, right? Don't worry about that. Elevate your positive energy so you can be a boomerang and shit. That shit will ricochet off of you. So much peace, much light, much love. But especially that motherfucking darkness, because dark matters. They've been messing with my channel, y'all. Right? So if you can just peek and see when I come on, I'm going to do a live because that's the only way I can keep this shit alive. They fucking with people's channels and their videos. I don't got time for that. Right? So I come on live so I can timestamp it. I ain't got shit to hide from. And I ain't got nobody to hide from. All right? So I love y'all. And I'm going to always tell y'all each and every time, even if you don't hear me say it, you're going to feel my energy. I love y'all, man. Peace. Come back for the stank ass family ass. They stank asses. Funky ass bitches.